Most people are gonna have to work till they die. That's the morbid reality. Every raise gets eaten by a new expense, every bonus is going to a bill, and you're never really getting ahead. Most people are following the wrong playbook. Welcome back to my channel where we're building wealth to live life on our own terms, one money move at a time. Today I'm sharing common reasons why most people are gonna have to work forever and what you can do if you want your situation to be different. I'm Rami, an investor on track to retire in my early 40s, and I'm sharing all of my tips to fast track your way to financial freedom without sacrificing the luxuries that you care about along the way. So let's get into it. A few years ago, I redefined my life success metric. It used to be making as much money as possible to afford the finer things in life. And while I still want those things, now I measure my life success by having enough time for what matters most. It's the reason I've taken my financial strategy seriously and I'm on track to retire at 42. But most people don't realize that the way that they're measuring their life success is what's gonna actually lead them to having to work until they die. And the first reason why is everyone is living for now. Picture this, you just got a 10% raise at work, and to treat yourself, you're buying that new Audi that you've had your eye on. The new monthly payment completely eats whatever extra you got from your raise. This is what most people do when they get a raise. They fall into the lifestyle creep trap. They get a better car, they take nicer vacations, they upgrade their housing, and get new subscriptions. In fact, according to Bankrate, 66% of Americans say that their expenses go up whenever their income increases. It gets even worse. 43% of those people admit to spending whatever they got as their raise within the first 3 months. We can't help ourselves, right? The American dream is to continue accumulating more and more things to make yourself happy. We live in an overconsumption society. But guess what? That keeps you working forever. Because you're not planning for the future, you're only living for the here and now. Nearly 70% of millennials feel behind on retirement, even though 40% of them make way more than their parents ever did. We simply don't know how to deny ourselves of any pleasure. The worst part is sometimes you don't even notice where the money's going because of invisible spending. Tipping more, buying more gifts, more Amazon purchases, you get the idea. Living for the here and now is the primary reason why most people are gonna have to work forever. The second reason is the lack of financial literacy. Let's say someone actually doesn't inflate their lifestyle when they get a raise, and they choose to save that money instead. They're more responsible, right? More than 30% of people who say they're saving for retirement aren't actually investing that money. And one thing we know is you cannot save your way to wealth. Let's look at an example. If you save 10K a year for 30 years, you have $300,000, which is a good amount of money, and it takes a lot of discipline to save that. However, if you take that same 10K and invest it every year, compound growth will work its magic and you'll have $1.5 million in 30 years instead. You have to invest if you want to be able to retire. It's really that simple. I know a lot of people prefer to keep their money in cash because investing feels too risky, but what's riskier to me is having to continue to work because I didn't invest. Investing is a tried and true method to build wealth. Educate yourself. Surround yourself with people who know the rules. Listen to podcasts like Bigger Pockets Money, or follow money influencers, or subscribe to this channel. Refuse to fit into the wrong statistics because you don't understand the rules of money. Everyday people become wealthy because they know that they need to send their money on an assignment to make more money. 3 is a lack of strategy. I'm sure we've all heard the quote, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that is the sad reality of most Americans. And it's actually very grim. Only 6% of us have an actual plan for how we're going to retire. Yet I hear a ton of people saying they don't want to work forever. People just assume that at a certain age, they'll magically have enough money to stop working. But the reality is, if you don't plan and work that plan consistently, you're not gonna be able to retire. Yes, people are eligible to start receiving Social Security checks at 62, but the average payout is only $2,000 a month. Ask yourself if that can cover your expenses and support your lifestyle in retirement. Another thing to consider is the insecurity of the benefit and whether or not it'll even be around when you plan to retire. I'm in my early 30s and I'm personally not betting on receiving anything. So you need your own plan, you need your own strategy. 4 is overvaluing hard work. I get it. We're supposed to work hard. Trust me, as a child of immigrants, that's been drilled into me. Working hard is important, and I believe in pouring 100% of myself into everything that I do, but you have to work smarter, not harder. Time and time again, we see that the most hardworking people aren't always the most successful. Be strategic, optimize for the life that you're working towards, and make sure that your hard work is actually leading to something that's important to you. And 5 is investing too late. We always think we have more time. So most people just assume they'll start investing later. But the issue is the best ingredient for financial freedom is time invested. Compound growth is supercharged over a long time horizon. 57% of people say they'll start investing when they make more money. But the reality is that it's better to start with a little now and grow your contributions over time than to wait until you have more money. The longer you're invested, the faster your money grows and the faster you're able to live life on your own terms. Look at it this way. If you start at 25 with $200 a month, that's 300 grand at 65. If you start investing $200 a month at 40, that's only 100 grand at 65. Time is very important. So yeah, we all get the reasons why a lot of people are gonna be working forever, but what can you do about it to make sure that your situation's different? One, balance enjoying your life now with planning for the future. You don't have to deny yourself of everything good in the present, but you do have to make trade-offs because your future self needs you to be disciplined now. For example, instead of spending your full raise, consider rewarding yourself with something that's only 10% of the amount that you got, and then invest the rest. That way you can still reward yourself for all of your hard work, but you also have the peace of mind of knowing that you're inching yourself closer to financial freedom. Two is start investing even if you're not where you want to be financially. Again, time in the market is so important for financial freedom. I started investing at 25, making way less money than I do now, and I've grown my contributions over time. And that's why I'm on track to retire at 42. If I didn't start investing until I felt more comfortable financially, that wouldn't be a reality. Even if it's just a few $100s a month, let compound growth start working its magic and increase your contributions to pour fuel on the fire over time. You don't have to work forever. Learn the rules of the game so that's not your reality. Remember, the goal is financial freedom. Let me know what strategies you're using to make sure that you don't have to work forever in the comments. If you want to shave years off your retirement journey, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my weekly financial freedom tips, and stay financially fabulous.